How to communicate naturally in Japan, beyond hello and arigato. 2. Japanese pop culture and global influence. Japan is not just known for its rich history and breathtaking landscapes, it's also a global pop culture powerhouse. From anime and manga to movies, video games, and fashion, Japanese pop culture has influenced millions worldwide. Let's dive into the key aspects of Japan's cultural impact. 1. Anime and manga, Japan's biggest cultural export. Anime and manga are Japan's most famous pop culture exports. They have captured the hearts of fans all over the world, inspiring movies, TV series, and even fashion trends. Some of the most influential anime include Dragon Ball Z, one of the most iconic action anime of all time, inspiring countless superhero stories. One Piece, the longest-running and best-selling manga series ever, following Luffy and his crew in their pirate adventures. Naruto and Boruto, a ninja epic about hard work, friendship, and destiny. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the highest-grossing anime film of all time. And let's not forget Studio Ghibli, Japan's most legendary animation studio, which created masterpieces like Spirited Away, winner of the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, My Neighbor Totoro, a heartwarming story beloved by children and adults alike. Japanese anime isn't just entertainment, it's a global phenomenon, influencing Western animation, Hollywood movies, and even fashion. 2. The Japanese video games, a legacy of innovation. Japan is the birthplace of modern video gaming. Some of the biggest gaming franchises in the world were created in Japan, including Super Mario, Nintendo's legendary mascot and the most famous video game character ever. The Legend of Zelda, a groundbreaking adventure series that revolutionized open-world gaming. Pokémon, the highest-grossing franchise in history, with anime, games, and merchandise worldwide. Final Fantasy, a defining RPG series with breathtaking stories and music. Resident Evil: Biohazard, the series that shaped the survival horror genre. Street Fighter and Tekken, competitive fighting games that still dominate esports today. Japanese gaming companies like Nintendo, Sony, PlayStation, Capcom, and Square Enix continue to shape the global gaming industry with their innovation and creativity. 3. Japanese movies and Hollywood influence. Japanese cinema has had a profound impact on Hollywood and global filmmaking. Some of the most influential films include Seven Samurai, Akira Kurosawa, inspired famous movies like Star Wars and The Magnificent Seven. Godzilla, 1954, the origin of the giant monster movie genre and a symbol of Japanese cinema. Akira, 1988, a cyberpunk masterpiece that influenced The Matrix, Blade Runner, and more. Ringu, The Ring, a horror classic that inspired the Hollywood remake, The Ring. Your Name, Kimi no Na wa, one of the highest-grossing anime films worldwide. Japanese storytelling and cinematography continue to shape Western filmmaking, especially in sci-fi, horror, and animation. 4. Fashion, music, and internet culture. Japan's influence extends beyond anime and games. It's also a leader in fashion, music, and internet culture. Harajuku fashion, a unique style movement mixing Gothic, Lolita, and streetwear aesthetics. J-pop and kawaii culture. Artists like Hikaru Utada, Perfume, and Kiari Pamyu Pamyu have inspired global fashion and music trends. Japanese idol groups, AKB48, Nogizaka 46, and Johnny's groups dominate Japanese music. Vocaloid and virtual idols. Characters like Hatsune Miku have gained worldwide popularity in music production. Japan is also home to some of the world's biggest tech and internet trends. Emoji, originally invented in Japan before spreading globally. Bullet journaling, inspired by Japan's minimalist stationery culture. VTubers, virtual YouTubers, pioneered in Japan, now a global industry. From gaming and anime to music and internet culture, Japan's influence is felt in almost every corner of pop culture worldwide. Japanese pop culture is more than just entertainment. It's a cultural movement that connects people globally. Whether you love anime, gaming, or fashion, Japan's creative industries continue to inspire and innovate. How to communicate naturally with Japanese people. Now that we've explored Japan's history, pop culture, and must-visit places, let's talk about something just as important: how to communicate effectively with Japanese people. Even if you don't speak Japanese fluently, there are many ways to connect with locals, make a good impression, and have smoother interactions. Here are some key things to keep in mind. 1. Be polite and respectful. Politeness is the foundation of Japanese communication. Even if you don't speak the language, being respectful will instantly make your interactions smoother. Bowing. Japanese people bow when greeting, thanking, or apologizing. You don't have to do it perfectly, but a small nod can show respect. Use polite words. Simple Japanese words like arigato, thank you, and sumimasen, excuse me, go a long way. Speak calmly and clearly. Japanese communication tends to be soft-spoken and indirect. Avoid being too loud or overly assertive. Politeness is deeply valued, and even a small effort to be respectful will be greatly appreciated. 2. Use simple and clear English. Many Japanese people understand basic English, but they may not be confident in speaking. Here's how to make communication easier. Use short and simple sentences. Instead of saying, "Would you mind telling me where the nearest station is?" Try, "Where is the train station?" Avoid slang and idioms. Phrases like, "What's up?" or "It's raining cats and dogs" can be confusing. Speak slowly and clearly. Many Japanese people learn English in school, but they are more used to reading and writing than listening to fast speech. A little patience and clarity can make conversations much smoother and more enjoyable. 3. Nonverbal communication is key. In Japan, nonverbal communication is just as important as spoken language. Nodding. Japanese people often nod while listening to show they are paying attention. Hand gestures. Pointing at menus or using simple gestures can make things easier in restaurants and shops. Also, keep in mind, avoid too much eye contact. In some cultures, direct eye contact is a sign of confidence, but in Japan, too much can feel uncomfortable or aggressive. Personal space is important. Japan has a culture of respecting personal space, so avoid standing too close to people. Understanding these subtle cues will help you connect more naturally with locals. 4. Be patient with responses. One key difference in communication is that Japanese people often pause before answering a question. In Japan, silence is not awkward. It's a way of thinking carefully before responding. Don't rush a reply. Allow a few seconds for the person to process and respond. If they look confused, try rephrasing your sentence in a simpler way. Patience shows respect and makes conversations feel more natural. 5. Express appreciation for their effort. If someone speaks English with you, show appreciation for their effort. You can say things like, "Your English is really good," or "Thank you for speaking English with me." Even if their English isn't perfect, encouraging them will make them feel more comfortable. Likewise, if you try speaking Japanese, most locals will be very supportive and patient, so don't be afraid to try. 6. Avoid sensitive topics. While Japanese people are friendly and welcoming, there are a few topics to avoid in casual conversation. Personal questions. Unlike some cultures, asking about salary, religion, or family matters can feel intrusive in Japan. Direct criticism. In Japanese culture, people prefer indirect feedback rather than direct criticism. Instead, focus on shared interests like food, travel, anime, or Japanese culture. These topics are great conversation starters. By following these tips, you'll find that communicating in Japan isn't as difficult as you might think. Even if you don't speak Japanese fluently, being polite, clear, and patient will help you connect with people, make new friends, and enjoy your time in Japan even more. Conclusion and final thoughts. We've covered a lot in this video. From Japan's language, culture, and English education challenges to must-visit places, pop culture, and communication strategies. Now let's wrap things up with some final thoughts on how to make your experience in Japan even better. 1 key takeaways. Here are the most important things to remember when communicating in Japan. Politeness is everything. Use simple greetings like Arigato and sumimasen, and always be respectful. Use clear and simple English. Short sentences and slow speech will make communication much easier. Body language matters. Smiling, nodding, and pointing can help bridge language gaps. Patience is key. Give people time to respond and don't rush conversations. Avoid sensitive topics. Stick to safe and friendly subjects like food, travel, and anime. Show appreciation. Whether it's their effort to speak English or your effort to speak Japanese, encouragement goes a long way. 2. Why Japan is an amazing place to visit. Japan isn't just a great travel destination, it's a one-of-a-kind experience. The country has some of the safest cities in the world. It's not uncommon for people to leave their wallets on a table or forget their phone somewhere, only to find it returned untouched. Japan's hospitality, omotenashi, makes every visitor feel welcome. From small acts of kindness to world-class customer service, you'll always feel taken care of. The food is incredible. Whether it's sushi in Tokyo, ramen in Sapporo, or street food in Osaka, there's something for everyone. The blend of tradition and modern innovation. Where else can you see ancient temples next to cutting-edge technology? And of course, Japan is home to some of the most famous anime, video games, and pop culture icons in the world. 3 final encouragement. If you're planning a trip to Japan or just want to learn more about Japanese culture, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Try speaking a few Japanese words. Even simple phrases can go a long way. Be open to new experiences, whether it's trying unique foods, exploring hidden spots, or meeting new people. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Every culture is different, but that's what makes traveling exciting. Japan is an amazing country, full of warm people, fascinating traditions, and unforgettable experiences. 4. Call to action. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more travel and language tips. And let me know in the comments, what part of Japan are you most excited to visit? That's it for today. Thanks for watching Smart English Start, and I'll see you in the next video.